All right, hey YouTube, welcome back to a Silver Saturday, whatever day it is when I actually get this out. I don't think it's going to be today, um, but once again, trip to the LCS, doom doom doom, and just sharing. Well, one what we got. So we got 5 generic and 5 Eagles. But while I'm showing off some of these generics, because the Eagles all look the same, right? Um, as we move towards our goals. But one thing I want to share is just a story of how we went in there. Let me see if I can get this to get on there. There you go. I thought these were really cool rounds. Different languages there. You got a little Chinese on the edge, some German, Spanish, maybe French. Not sure. But anyway, those were really cool. I grabbed a couple of these that were in the bin. Somebody must have got tired of them and decided it was time. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, I think. As I walked into the shop today, I almost had a little bit of FOMO, fear of missing out, if you're not familiar with the term, because I got in there and it looked different. Something looked amiss within the shop, and I kind of took me a second to place it, but they have a lot of glass enclosed cases in there, and they were empty, meaning all they had was the red velvet lined holders in there, and the coins were all gone. This is where this is where they store their like really nice high end, all the Carson City Morgans, all the things like that, a bunch of gold, but just case after case were practically empty. I mean, there was some placeholders in certain places where some versions were still there and whatnot. But I was like, what is going on? What did I miss out on? Was there a big run and I didn't, like it looked like the place had been cleared out. At least in those, the bullion area was just fine. I mean, nothing unusual there. But I got up there and I got talking to the guy about the silver. Here's what we're going to get, yada yada. And I was like, what's up with all the coins missing? Did somebody just come clean you out? And no, fortunately for everybody, it wasn't a big run. But what had happened, I guess they went on a road show to Coin Shop show or whatever. And they took a bunch of the product with them. I had never seen that before. All these years, I guess I just not went on the right times when they have the coin shows, or they've always had enough stock in the back to take, or whatever the case may be. But I had never seen that happen before. So I was glad that I had not missed out. There was not a big run in the week or whenever it happened. But yeah, they just had taken a bunch of stock to. Yeah, this Indian's really detailed and cool. I don't even know if it'll come out very well on here, but it's kind of hard to get all that hatching in there and everything. There's a lot to that. But yeah, so I had a bit of FOMO moment for me, like, oh no, I've missed out. There's not going to be anything left. But there was plenty of bullion and stuff and everything. But yeah, you just have that feeling. You ever get that feeling in your stomach or whatever? Just like, oh, your heart sinks. Like, is there anything that I'm here for? Like, oh no. So I don't know if anybody else had that experience, but fortunately it was a false alarm, if you will. So some bullion pieces. Our Eagles are going to go into our Eagle roll for get this filled this year, hopefully before the end of the year, and we'll move on down. So that's the story from the LCS this week, such as it was. A little bit of nervousness, but it all worked out, and we got our goods, and we're continuing to move along. So there's your Saturday silver, YouTube. Prep hard, live free.